Hey kids, I'm back. Yo, what is up, your boy JadeJonny back here in Perrim's Underworld. How we doing today? Guys, it is 3 a.m. and I decided that I'm finally going to record this video because I've been blowing it off for so long because I wanted to find the answer and I can't find the answer and I've given up, but I found a lot of other cool things that I wanted to talk about and I thought this would be a cool and interesting way to talk about it. So, what am I talking about? Well, this all started... Wait, is this like the highest rendering for this video? Okay, cool. Okay, so it all started. It all started when I was rewatching old interviews from Rudd and Hard Rock, and I was like, let me see if I can find anything interesting that I can talk about. And one of the things I found interesting was that Hard Rock, in one of the interviews, was told that they would be using the same printing company as they did before, which I found really weird, because I always thought that 4Kids did all the printing for it. So I dug. I dug, and I kept digging, and I kept digging. Oh my god, guys, I have dug myself into a hole, and I found out that half the information was already on the Wikipedia page, but I kept digging, and I kept digging, and I think that I have finally found the answer, okay? And the answer is actually kind of stupid, because I don't think it's... I don't think it's legal. But I also think I might be wrong. There's two options. There's two options that are answers, okay? But let's get into the full conversation real quick, okay? So, he wants to use the same company that they used before. Keep that in mind, okay? Now, all of us have been under the perception that Chaotic was always printed by 4Kids or TC Digital in this case, right? So, I was like, huh, that's weird. That's really weird. I didn't think that was possible. So I did some digging, and I this is the wrong page. Is this the right page? No, this is the right page. Okay, so right here, wait, right? It's right here. Yeah. Okay, so the company owns through its wholly owned subsidiary, 4Kids Digital Games. The company owns 55% of TCG Digital Games LLC, that produces, markets, and distributes the Chaotic trading card game. So, at first, I thought, okay, well, maybe they're just licensing the game out, right? Like, because right here it says that they produce, market, and distribute. So I was like, maybe they're just licensing the game out for creation, distribution, marketing. Okay, that's what I thought, right? And then I did a little more digging because I'm autistic like that, and what I find is that in an interview, Mr. Al Khan and Gannon. Well, I want to say this is more Al Khan saying this because I mean, like he definitely, like, I definitely think this is it's literally a Khan quote. And he says, for Chaotic, we're going to be distributing the card game ourselves at retail, and we'll be manufacturing the cards as well. Everything that we do, we're controlling, we're actually manufacturing, we're actually distributing, we're actually advertising. Which confuses me, because 4Kids is bankrupt, so they can't make the cards, like we just established in the Hard Rock interview that Gannon wanted to do. He wanted to use the same company. But 4Kids is bankrupt, so they can't do that. So I'm thinking, huh, that's really weird. Well, maybe I can do some more deep diving, okay? Maybe I'll do a little more deep diving and see if I can't find out more things, okay? So, this led me to, this is not the, I should have closed this page out. This page was not supposed to be open. This page was not supposed to be open. I as you guys can see, there's a lot more stuff. So I started digging, deep diving, and on the packaging for the cards, I don't have the packaging pulled the cards pulled up. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. There was a company that was called Home Focus Development Limited on it. On the back of a booster box, you can find Home Focus Development Limited. So I was like, oh, maybe this had something to do with it, which led me into a deep dive, and it turns out that they are partnered with, where is it at? Oh my god, okay, they're partnered with Draco Brands Holding, okay? And so I was like, huh, okay, well, I'm sure that this is going to be a dead end, because everything else has been a dead end, right? So, dude, I can't find it. Well, this has led me to finding these old trademarks, which are really interesting trademarks. They're really interesting. Actually, they're actually interesting. This is not like, being sarcastic or anything like that. So to start off, This is the trademark for the cards, the codes on the cards being able to be put in to the game. This is the trademark for a projector device to make a playmat. So that was really interesting. And I was like, okay, well, that doesn't really lead me to anything, does it? Well, except for this right here. Chaotic by the Draco Company Ltd. And it's for permission to use the trading cards. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe this is it. Well, unfortunately, the issue with this, right, is that that's not it. Where is it at? Essentially, wait, was I on the right thing? I think I was on the right thing. Oh well. I think I was at the right thing. But essentially, Draco and Home Focus Development Limited only have the rights to produce it's like Nessa or something like that. It's like North Asia, something like North Europe or whatever, right? But essentially, they don't have the rights to distribute in America. So I'm like, okay, well, this still doesn't make any sense now because they're not printing, they're not distributing, they're not manufacturing in America. I still can't find out what the hell is going on. Well, so... Dude, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm going insane. I've been working on this for a week, and it is driving me absolutely crazy. And so I was really, really happy when I found this article right here. This article right here, or this SEC filing right here, right, had me so happy. See, right here, it says that the company terminated the operations of TC Digital and TC websites due to their continued lack of profitability. As a consequence of the termination of their operations, TCG Digital ceased supporting the Chaotic trading card game and website effective October 1st, 2010. Why did this make me happy? There's no way that I went through all of this, and what makes me happy is finding out that the operations were ceased, right? Well, that's because at the very top of here, it says that in the bankruptcy filings, that TC Digital Games and TCG Websites LLC were not impacted by the bankruptcy filings. They were able to continue going. I'm going insane here, right? Because I have found out all the distribution for international, like Draco and them, that was like, just the cards. I found the licensing for backpacks, flip-flops, stickers. I found greeting cards for Valentine's Day, okay? So, I have found all of this. And I finally found out that TCG Digital is still owned by 4Kids. Well, 4Kids is bankrupt. So, you're going to find what I'm about to say really funny, okay? You're going to find what I'm about to say. You're going to think it's hilarious. And I closed it out. I closed it out. I'm so stupid. I closed it out. I closed it out. And I'm so stupid. So, I'm like, okay, I finally have information on this. And I found something to support the fact that TC Digital was the ones that were producing the Chaotic card games. The NFL officially, partnered with the 4Kids and TC Digitals to make it to where they can make cards. And if you guys need a more reputable source than a forum post, here's a thing. If you Google it, you'll pop up with a bunch of results too. This is just like the first one that I grabbed because I was like, okay, well, I've confirmed it via like 10 other sources, so we're just gonna go with this, right? So. And by the way, I can't find any of these cards for TCG Digital's like NFL Players Association. I can't find any of that, right? But it's also illegal to license out a property that you've licensed, which is kind of like made it to where my personal theory was TCG Digital Games was licensing stuff out. I can't find any of their earnings reports anywhere, so I can't confirm this or anything like that, right? But my personal theory is that they were licensing out the brand, but also they were licensing the brand themselves. Like they were a licensee for the brand. So I don't think that they're not legally allowed to license it out. So they had to be producing the cards themselves. But I personally think they were licensing out. I can't find any proof that they were. I just also cannot find any proof that they were making their own cards. So yeah, I'm kind of like that. Especially because if I could find these NFL TCG cards, I would totally be like, okay, yeah, I know that they made cards now, but I can't find the NFL TC cards. I literally, if you search NFL TC, it'll pull up a bunch of random other things. This might just be because I'm looking for a 15-year-old source. I don't know. But anyways. Anyways, now that I'm done being insane, here it is. The EMEA. This is what I was talking about with the Draco, the TCG Digital and Draco partner for the EMEA. It's just to say that they can, distribute in other countries. Essentially, is what this is. Right. So I found all of this stuff, right? And I love it. I love it. And then I finally find the operating agreement for TCG Digital. This is the whole entire licensing deal. However, at this point, I was like, okay, maybe they're just licensing it out, right? And this is where I was, this is where I was when I was researching it, right? However, the company, the agreement that they used allows TC Digital to license stuff out without permission. So I was like, okay, I no longer know what's going on. And that's about where I'm at, is that TCG Digital's, it has to in some way be involved at this point, because there's no way that TCG Digital is not involved at this point if Ganon wants to use the same source, right? So I'm sitting here, and I'm like, how the hell is any of this happening, right? Well, so I go to rewatch Ganon's I go to rewatch the Hard Rock video again, right? The first fucking question. We've been working for years to collect the remaining chaotic rights back from our former partner. We accomplished this in 2019 and then formed Licensing Development Group LLC. Dude, at this point, I'm gonna hope that I'm just gonna pray that they're using that the included in those rights was the TC Digital, okay? Because we know that they were able to continue operating after 2011, right? We saw that in their filings that they were able to continue operating after 2011. We saw that they had the ability to license stuff out. I don't really know anymore. I can't find records in Delaware of TC Digital doing literally anything. I can find the Chaotic Entertainment, but it wants to charge me to look at information, and I don't even know what information is going to be there, and I don't trust that the information will be there, right? So I can't find anything regarding a deal between Chaotic or TC Digital and a licensee, right? So I'm kind of like, I'm stuck here. And so I just thought I'd share this because I thought this is a lot of cool information, and I think the best way I can leave this video off, right, is with the we have just as momentum today as we have ever had during the quiet period. I've spent the last week, and all I've gotten to is I'm like 95% sure that the 4Kids and TC Digital just licensed it out at the end of the day, and they just lied in the interview that I found. I'm sleep deprived, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've stayed up until like 5 a.m. every day researching this. And it's driving me crazy because it's like, you would think there'd be some kind of record, but like, Ganon has been so like tight-lipped with NDAs and stuff like that. I'm assuming that this is like a very like, just low-key company, or a company that doesn't normally involve themselves with trading cards. They don't want to be involved with the idea of trading cards, and so they just want to stay out of it. And that's like kind of where I'm at, because like, it's the only thing that really makes sense to me at this point. Because he's been so hush-hush in interviews. He's like, oh yeah, we signed NDAs, like, we have NDAs, but I can't talk about, we have partners that are in consideration, but I can't talk about them. And I'm like, and then the fact that whenever he's asked, like, what card game partner, like, you want to use, it's like, and he goes like, oh, we're going to use the same one. It's like, tell us the name! Anyways, I'm going insane. And, I just needed to get this video released. So if you guys have any information on like this like mystery, because like at this point I'm like 90% sure that Al Khan just straight up lied. Like, that's the only conclusion I can come to, is that whenever he said that they were manufacturing stuff themselves and distributing and printing themselves, right? Like, the only conclusion I can come to is that he lied. I can't come to a different conclusion. I don't think that he did, because I feel like that's kind of like a big thing to lie about. Like, you know, like, oh yeah, we're doing it all ourselves, and then like, you know, you're like just like go like, oh yeah, you get like 3% of sales if you just like print this stuff. Like, you know, I feel like that's a yeah. So I'm done going insane. I'm gonna go record me like crying over Rage Trod instead of doing this because I made the video, and that's all I wanted to do was make the video, and now I can stop making the video, but I really wanted to share what I found because I thought it was funny, and this has taken a lot of time, and I found articles that have long been forgotten by the chaotic community, and I found beta images of, of Now or Never filed by home development, and I'm done. I'm done with this rabbit hole. I'm gonna go back to my rabbit hole of watching the series because I feel like the series is gonna be more fun than this, and then I can do lore videos and speculation on what the Cothica is, like every other content creator should be doing when discussing the lore of chaotic. I'm going nuts. Anyways, this is a lot of fun. I can finally sleep at night now. If you guys liked hearing me go like crazy and conspiracy theory and going off the handles as I struggled to find out which tab I'm supposed to be at. By the way, you guys can see I have 4 more tabs open. And that's because in this video, literally the screenshot right here, Ganon mentions licensing development group, and so I started researching the licensing development group, and all I learned is that it was founded in Oklahoma, and it may or may not be disbanded. So that's kind of where I'm at. The only place that I could find where it was talking about like where it was like actually like, okay, hold on, let me show you guys what I'm dealing with right now, right? All right. This is in Czech. This language is Czech. This language is Czechoslovakian. This is a Czechoslovakian language. I'm not going to worry about the names on here cuz like they're all public-facing companies, but like if we switch this over to English, the status is deleted. So this is like where my rabbit holes are taking me, and as you guys can see, right, like as you guys can see, whenever I tell Google specifically this phrase, that's what pops up. And you guys may be thinking like, oh yeah, put it in the advanced search. Dude, I'm telling you, like the advanced search, as you guys can see, I've already done it actually. Finding information on a company that was shut down 15 years ago is a lot harder than you might think. If you guys like these deep dives, go ahead and subscribe. I'm gonna have a lot more deep dives like this. I'm going to be doing. I'm rewatching the entire chaotic series from start to finish. Taking notes on like, you know, like creatures, locations, and stuff like that. And then I'm going to go to read through every single flavor text of every single card. And then I'm going to take notes on any like interesting notes to make. And then I'm going to go deep dive the Now or Never lore. I'm gonna have like a lot of content coming out, guys, and I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribe to the channel so that these like deep dives aren't like, you know, oh my god, you know. I regret so much right now. Dude, I'm gonna cry if none of this recorded because I closed out all those tabs like an idiot. Oh my god, that would have sucked so bad. Anyways, thank you guys for watching these videos. I appreciate it. Only 96% of you guys only aren't subscribed, so you know, like either get that to 100% not subscribed or get that to 0% not subscribed. Okay, like come on guys, we can't do this halfway house stuff. Okay, let's get those numbers up.